Don't be like me, I was in danger of breaking a hip. Being petite and weighing under 100 pounds? That sets me and my bones up for disaster. Just being a postmenopausal woman? That alone puts me at risk for weak bones. I had to learn these lessons fast. Because the truth is, everything I thought I knew about bone health was wrong. I thought I just needed calcium. I thought a daily walk was enough. I thought I was doing everything right. But I wasn't. And if you're making the same mistakes, your bones could be getting weaker right now without you even realizing it. The good news? You can build stronger bones at any age, but only if you know what really works. So did you know that loading up on calcium supplements could actually be making your bones weaker? For decades, we've been told that calcium is the key to strong bones. Doctors hand out calcium supplements like candy, and we've all heard the famous Got Milk ads. But here's the shocking truth. More calcium doesn't mean stronger bones. In fact, too much calcium can backfire, leading to brittle bones, kidney stones, and even hardened arteries. Millions of women are diagnosed with osteopenia or osteoporosis and immediately told, "Take calcium, get on these prescription drugs." But what if I told you that advice is outdated, ineffective, and even dangerous? The real secret to strong bones isn't just calcium. It's something completely different. And if you're missing this key nutrient, your bones could actually become weaker, not stronger. That missing piece? Vitamin C. You've probably never heard a doctor say, "Take vitamin C for your bones." But here's what they won't tell you. Your bones depend on it just as much as your immune system does. Wait, vitamin C for bones? Most people think of vitamin C as the immunity vitamin. But here's something surprising: your bones need it just as much as your immune system does. Without enough, your bones can become weak, brittle, and prone to fractures. One myth is that vitamin C has nothing to do with bone health, but that's completely false. You see, your bones are made of collagen, and vitamin C is the key ingredient in collagen production. If you are low in vitamin C, that could put you in danger of weak bone structure. And studies show that people with higher vitamin C levels have greater bone density and fewer fractures. And here's something your doctor won't tell you. Osteoporosis is more like scurvy of the bone than a calcium deficiency. So, how does vitamin C actually strengthen your bones? Well, it stimulates the cells that build new bone. It blocks the cells that break bone down, and it fights oxidative stress, which accelerates aging and weakens bones. Another myth is that you can overdose on vitamin C, which is absolutely false. Vitamin C is water-soluble. That means your body flushes out the extra through your urine. So even at high doses, it's safe. And the recommended daily allowance for vitamin C is 75 to 90 milligrams, which is barely enough to prevent scurvy, let alone build bones. And higher doses, 1,000 milligrams or more per day, have been shown to boost bone density. But if you are supplementing, time-released vitamin C is ideal because it gives your body a steady supply instead of one big spike. Of course, diet is always the best way to get vitamin C. Foods like bell peppers, citrus fruits, camu, and acerola cherries, and supplements like sodium ascorbate, ascorbic acid, or liposomal vitamin C. Just avoid ester C or calcium ascorbate. They are not the best forms available and contain unnecessary ingredients. So if you want stronger, fracture-resistant bones, don't just focus on calcium. Vitamin C is the game changer no one talks about. But vitamin C isn't the only missing piece to strong, healthy bones. There's another critical nutrient that most people aren't getting enough of, and that's vitamin D3. You have probably heard that vitamin D is important, but did you know that without it, your body can't properly absorb calcium? That means all the calcium you're taking could be useless if you don't have enough vitamin D3 to help your body actually use it. But here's the catch. Vitamin D3 gets calcium into your bloodstream, but it doesn't tell it where to go. That's where vitamin K2 comes in. K2 acts like a traffic director, making sure calcium goes to your bones instead of places it doesn't belong, like your arteries, joints, or kidneys. So if you are taking calcium and vitamin D3 but skipping K2, you could actually be doing more harm than good. And here's something most people don't realize. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. That means, unlike vitamin C, which your body flushes out in water, vitamin D3 needs fat in order to be absorbed. I learned this the hard way. I took vitamin D3 every single day for an entire year, and it did absolutely nothing for me. My levels didn't budge. I couldn't figure out why, until I talked to my nurse practitioner. Turns out, I was taking it on an empty stomach without any fat. The moment I started taking it with food or an omega supplement, my levels shot up and I could actually feel the difference. So if you're taking vitamin D3 but not seeing results, this could be why. Another big myth is that you get enough vitamin D from food and the sun, which is not necessarily true. Most people don't get enough sun exposure to produce adequate vitamin D, especially in winter. And foods like milk and cereal are often fortified with vitamin D, but the amounts are tiny, not nearly enough for optimal bone health. So supplementing for most people is necessary. But how much do you actually need? Experts recommend at least 2,000 to 5,000 international units, IUs, of vitamin D3 daily, depending on your levels. Blood tests should ideally show 50 to 70 for strong bones. And for vitamin K2, aim for at least 100 to 200 micrograms per day. MK7 is the best form because it stays active in the body longer. The best sources are sun exposure, but it must be 10 to 30 minutes a few times a week and will depend on skin type and location. A diet rich in fatty fish, egg yolks, and fermented foods like natto, one of the richest sources of vitamin K2. And for supplements, always take D3 and K2 together with food or an omega supplement for best absorption. So you're serious about strong, healthy bones, vitamin D3 and K2 are non-negotiable. But even with the right nutrients, there's one more critical piece to the bone-strengthening puzzle. You have to give your bones a reason to stay strong, and that's where weight-bearing exercise comes in. I'll be honest, I don't love doing it, but I do it for my bones. A perfect example? My dentist of 25 years recently told me my x-rays looked better than he's ever seen them. And I had some teeth that were not stable, and now they are. And the only real change I've made? Strength training 2 to 3 times a week for the past almost 3 years. And it makes sense. Studies show that resistance training, whether it's lifting weights, body weight exercises, or even carrying a weighted backpack, signals your body to build stronger, denser bones. Now, a lot of people think you have to do high-impact exercise like running or jumping to build bone, but that's just not true. Even low-impact strength training like using resistance bands, doing weighted squats, or lifting light weights can increase bone density and make your bones stronger over time. Another myth is if you have osteoporosis, you should avoid lifting weights. Actually, it's the opposite. Strength training is one of the best things you can do to prevent fractures. Not only does it make your bones stronger, but it also improves balance so you're less likely to fall in the first place. Some of the best exercises for your bones are squats and lunges, either just using your body weight or adding some extra weight. Walking with a weighted vest or backpack adds resistance and signals your bones to get stronger. Plus, yoga and Pilates are not just for flexibility, but also for balance and strength. And the most important part, consistency. Even just 2 to 3 sessions a week can make a massive difference in your bone health. So if you want to keep your bones strong and resilient as you age, don't just rely on calcium. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin C to build collagen, vitamin D3 and K2 to put calcium where it belongs, and strength training to signal your body to build bone. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Just a few simple changes can make all the difference in keeping your bones strong for life. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried any of these bone-building strategies? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. It really helps my channel. Stay radiant, my friend.